Hello, everybody. This is Ruthie M Podcast. Ruth Musioka here. And today I'm so excited because we'll be doing the first episode after my introduction on Spotify. And welcome all my listeners. And today I'll be having a co host, and I'm so happy that we are being joined by Tim. Tim, say hi to my listeners.
Thank you so much, Ruth. Hello, guys. My name is Tim, and this is my first ever time doing a podcast. I'm really excited to be part of this conversation. It will be one of those engaging conversations, and I'm really happy to be here. So today I'll be the one who will be asking the questions, and Ruth here will be my guest. So Ruth, please forgive me for that. So thank you for welcoming me, and let's just get straight to the questions that we shall be dealing with today. So today we are dealing with the topic of the lessons learned in grief. And since we are talking about the topic of grief, it means that Ruth, you have ever lost someone, maybe someone who was close to you, someone who meant something to you. I want you to tell us, like, who is it that you lost, and when did it happen?
So during the December holiday, I remember vividly because it was such a shock, because it was a sudden death. I lost my dad. Those who have known me for a very long time, Dad was very close to me.
Okay.
And losing him was such a shock to me. It really devastated me and my family, that is my siblings. I'm yet to have my own family, so my siblings. And it's been a roller coaster. I'm telling you, today you'll be okay, tomorrow you don't know what happens. But during the December holidays, I lost the closest human being that I've known for the last 20 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all, we are really sorry for the loss that you had to go through.
Thank you.
And since now we want to know, so what are some of the things that you have had to cope now since after the loss, after losing your dad? What are some of the things that you have had to deal with or to cope with since the loss of your dad?
Oh my, it's been a lot. Because I'm still in school. Dad was providing a certain percentage of my school fees. So I've had to cope by understanding now that the things that I would call dad randomly, now I can't. So I had to start adjusting to the fact that dad is not here, and these things have to be done either way. But life happens, and we have to just cope with how situations come.
Okay.
Another one that I've had to cope with, sleeping was so hard for me, and people never talk about it, because you can't tell someone, like, stop dreaming about someone you've loved, someone you've known for 20 plus years. So sleeping became so tricky. Oh my, I just wish people would understand how sleeping gets so hard for people who are grieving, and to support them and make sure that they are having enough sleep. But I couldn't call my friends, tell them that I'm not able to sleep. How are you going to do that? People are also dealing with their shit. So I had to, is it to babysit myself? At some point I've had to. Those are two things that I've had to cope with. And knowing that when I go home I'm not finding dad, I had to cope with that and adjust and be comfortable. When once I visit home, the warm greetings I used to receive are not there anymore.
This conversation is it's very hard for someone who has not gone through the same thing to relate with that. So some people really have to understand and also get to know how it is important to value the people that you have right now. So how can you say what's the importance of valuing the people that you have, since you have now experienced the process of losing someone? How can you say what's the importance of valuing the people that you have, the people whom you, maybe for the listeners, maybe who have their parents who are alive, how important is it to value the parents, maybe the siblings whom you have around?
What I've learned since dad left us is the only sure moment you have is today. Tomorrow is never promised. And what I can tell my listeners, because I also don't have a mom.
Okay.
I lost my mom when she was giving birth to me.
Wow.
And I can tell them for sure, your parent is the most important human you can ever have. And I'm not just saying parents. even your friends. Because the only sure moment you have with them is today. You don't know what happens tomorrow. It's okay for not to have differences. We are human. People have differences.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, treat those people as your treat them good. Like today is your last day. Because there's a time I was listening to a certain podcast and they were saying, what if you had 30 days and today is your 30th? How would you treat the people you love? Treat them today as the last day. Every day, let it be your 30th. And you'll treat people better. Because at the end of the day, we need humans. We need people around us.
Yes.
Because right now, even if I wish to call that, I can't. If I didn't utilize the moment that we had, the times I would visit him, it's done. It will never, it will never be reversed. And yeah, your parent will be your best friend, and that's the person who will never understand you. I'm telling you, I have siblings, I have family members, extended family, but the way your parent would love you is not the way other people would love you. That's something that I've learned. It's hard to say it, but it is. That's it. No one will ever feel you the way your parents feel you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like having gone through this grief, this period of grief, has it in any way affected your relationship with God?
Oh yeah, I remember the first 2 weeks. Oh my, it was so hard. It really affected me so much at a certain percentage. But I remember after Dad's burial, I was like, I remember the story of Job. Job lost everything. Everything, his children died. And what did Job do? He still trusted in God. And let me tell you, being close to God is the greatest investment that you can make when you're going through grief. Because no one will understand you. Grief is personal. And the way my siblings would be grieving is not the same way I'm doing it. And you being close to God, God is the only one who can comfort you. God is the only one who can understand you. Because at the end of the day, you'll tell people to understand you, they will never understand you. But God would. And I remember even when I was telling you about coping with sleeping, I was so uncomfortable sleeping, but I would pray. And then I'm like, I'm now able to sleep. And I can sleep like a baby. And things got easier over time. And I'm so grateful.
Wow.
That's what I can say. Being close to God. Just be close to God. It's so hard, but just do it. And since that time, even at work, I can put Hope FM as my background as I work, and it has really helped me.
So you can tell our listeners that having gone through this period of grief, has it pulled you closer to God, or has it pulled you away from God?
It has pulled me closer to God, and I'm telling you, I've never been close to God that like previous me and the current me. I'm too close to God.
Wow.
Very close to God. Like I'm telling you, even when I'm walking to work, when I'm walking in town, I find myself just praying, telling God, it's hard. Walk with me, support me. I don't know, those times, but I'm closer to God than I have before. Yeah.
Wow. Guys, I think you are getting something from this conversation. It's actually a very, very deep conversation. Yeah. And I hope you guys are taking notes. I personally have learned about valuing the 30th day story. It's actually a very good conversation to have.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that time heals?
Oh my, that's the biggest lie.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the biggest lie. I've never met my mom, but I still grieve till today, 20 plus years later. And time doesn't heal you. You just have to adjust. It becomes a part of you. You can never heal from someone you've loved and someone who loved you just like that. It can't happen. And you understand these things once you go through grief, because it doesn't heal. Time doesn't heal. Time just makes it easier. Yeah, it doesn't heal you because it's part of you. You won't wake up tomorrow and say, no, I never lost that person. No, it's part of you. And you'll have to live with it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I don't think
most of the people say time heals everything because I think most of the people have gone through breakups And the moment you go through breakups, after some time you heal completely from the person maybe that you loved in quotes.
Yeah.
But I think you are bringing a new perspective.
Yeah.
Of now the grief.
Yeah, the grieving part, because now there are different types of losses. Death is one. People lose properties, and people date. Tunaachangwa, tunaachika, tunarudi soko. But that's a different level of grief, because this person you are not attached to. And they say the two griefs that can hurt someone, can break someone, it's the grief of a parent and the grief of a spouse. Like your wife, your husband, and then now your parent, your mama or your dad. That's a different dynamic from the relationships and properties. Properties can be earned. Relationships, oh my God, you're not the last woman, nor are you the last man to exist. So I can always get someone else. Yeah. So that's the different dynamics of grief.
I get that dynamic.
Yeah.
The pain of losing a relationship, you have a guarantee that you'll get another one.
Even better.
You'll get a better person. But you will not get a better parent, or not get a better brother or a sister or a close friend.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If they've gone, they've gone. And they leave a very huge halo. And especially for parents. Because especially at my age, I need my daddy. I need when I bring that man home. I tell you those questions. You understand? Yeah, but now I can't experience that. So it's a void. A void no one else can feel. But the relationship ones, property, mine.
Right. That's a very good perspective of it.
Yeah, sure.
It's also an interesting one.
Yeah.
So, having gone through all this, how do you think maybe colleagues, friends, maybe the people you go to church together with, how best can they support people who are grieving?
Now I understand it differently since I've gone through it. Apparently, someone who has never gone through grief cannot support you, because what do they understand about grief? What do they understand? And sometimes you become a burden to people. People are also going through shit. As much as we do want people to support us, it's also for us to be kind with people and to understand that they also have other things to do. But how I would say, because I'm also a counselor, by the way, I've ever told you that? No, I don't think we have ever had that conversation. Yeah, I'm a counselor. And I've gone through counseling myself. I've gone through counseling, and I did counseling lessons, so I can counsel someone. But from my perspective, how do friends support us? They can support us by making sure that emotionally we are stable.
Okay.
That's the only way you can support someone who's grieving. And let's stop with too much stories. If I want to talk about my dad, just sit and listen. Don't ask me questions, just listen. Support me by listening, support me by making sure emotionally I'm stable. Okay. Because that way I'll be able, moving forward, to really heal. Because once you talk about something, the more you talk about it, then you heal from it. It's like relationships. Once you've lost a girlfriend or a boyfriend, once you talk to your friends about it, they're like, and that person used to treat you as shit. So it's same as grief. Like, support them by listening to them, visit them. How are they doing emotionally? Are they eating, by the way? What are they struggling with? How can you make their life easier? But don't be nagging, and don't bring your stories of, this happened, even I know someone who lost. No, we're not talking about those you think they lost or whatever. Just be in the present, understand that person at that particular time. But if you can't, just be kind. If you can't support me in any way, if you can't be my go-to-go person, just be kind. Kindness goes a very long way. Be kind by the way you talk to me, be kind the way you come across me, the way you talk to me during this season. Because sometimes I found myself reacting, and people sometimes find themselves reacting because of the emotional roller coaster that they are going through. But if you're kind, I'm able to pick, like, it's okay for what I'm going through, and this is a season and it will come to an end. But personally, I didn't expect anyone to support me. because when I'm dealing with a lot of things, and people deal with grief differently, they just want quiet. They just want me time. They don't want to be around people, and then I'm never asking for help. So I think that helps me. But you texting me, hi, how are you doing emotionally? Yeah. I'll be like, I'm so happy. But then during this season, grief, I had my friend who supported me all through. Oh my God. I'm so grateful to that friend of mine. He really supported me. He really came through for me. I didn't expect that. He would call randomly, like, can I take you out for lunch?
Yeah.
These are friends that you need, because it's like, don't close yourself in the house, step out. And for that, I'm super grateful. I'm very grateful that he came through for me. That meant a lot to me.
Wow.
Yeah. And his girlfriend is very lucky, I guess. Though I've never met her.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah. Because he really came through for me. And I'm grateful.
Oh, that's interesting. Personally, I think I've learned a lot of things from this conversation.
Yeah.
I think there's still more to talk about.
Yeah.
There are still more things to say, because I'm really sure there are some things you wanted to say and maybe you have not asked.
Yeah, sure.
But actually, it has been an interactive session.
Yeah.
I've been able to learn one or two things. And I'm also sure you, as the listener, you've also learned one or two things. Always practice the things that Ruth has said, the 90-day thing, always checking on your friends also. Yeah. It's actually a very, very good thing to do.
Do you support your friends? Do you check on them?
Yeah, for me, I normally check on my friends.
How frequent?
Not frequently, but I do.
You're trying?
I do try.
Okay.
Although sometimes I feel I can be a bit nagging. Because the moment now you check on someone each and every time.
Yeah. It gets boring.
It gets boring.
Are you a Gen Z? Because I am. No. Millennials can't be doing that now.
No. Millennials, we do that. We do. But you have to get a balance.
Yeah.
Of what is too much.
Yeah.
And what is little checking on someone.
Yeah.
So you have to get a balance so that you don't become too much of nagging, or you cannot be too much of maybe you are too
How
quiet.
frequent do you hang out with your friends?
Now really.
It's rare.
Really. I think because of the nature of my work.
Yeah.
Personally, I work at night, so during the day is my time to rest. So rarely I do that.
It's okay. But we are trying. I'm also trying to be a good friend. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, so and to our listeners, I'm so grateful that you joined us through the conversation. And to Kim, hope we will see you soon.
Definitely you'll see me soon.
All right, bye-bye. Till next time. That was Ruth Musyoka and Timothy. Bye-bye.